back to another video. We have another prediction for you. To kickstart 2021, we have UFC Fight Night between Max Holloway versus Calvin Carter. And this fight is going to be amazing. Stay tuned and let's get right into the video.
So guys, when this fight got announced, I was really excited because both Calvin Carter and Max Holloway have really good stand-up. So you know it's going to be a straight dog fight. But in terms of division, this fight has significant importance because Max Holloway wants to carry on riding his legacy, whereas Calvin Carter wants to get to the top and win the UFC belt. So this fight is going to be very important for the featherweight division.
When I heard about the fight, I was genuinely surprised. Calvin Carter fighting Max Holloway. Why Calvin Carter out of all people? Because if Calvin Carter wins, that puts him straight to the top. But there's the beat though. What the fuck? Has everyone forgotten about the beat? The guy was supposed to fight Yair Rodriguez. He didn't get that fight. So this should be the fight for Zabit instead of Calvin Carter. Zabit completely destroyed Calvin Carter for 3 rounds. Do you know how skillful Zabit is? Like, that would have been a much more entertaining fight for Max, I think. Because Zabit is the whole package with the ground game and with the stand-up and the creativity in the stand-up. And I think that would have been more exciting for all of us to see and witness. But they picked Calvin Carter instead. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be a great dogfight. Like, because Calvin Carter has great boxing. Like, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a good fight. But I would have rather have seen Zabit instead.
Calvin Carter's had a great 2020. Beating Jeremy Stephens by the elbow, getting a TKO. Even though Jeremy Stephens is a journeyman, this man has experience. He has more than 30 fights in the UFC. Then going on to Fight Island, then being Danny Ice by the unanimous decision, dominating from round 1 to round 5. 2020 has been nothing but all the way up for Calvin Carter. Let's get into Calvin Carter's skills. Calvin Carter has the best boxing skills in the UFC. And you see this in many fights. You see it in the Jeremy Stephens fight, the Chris Fishgold fight, and the Ricardo Lamas fight. And something which he does really well, he has the orthodox boxer's 1-2 where he leads with the jab and goes to the overhand right. And this is something which he does really well. And he uses this to set traps for his opponents. Calvin Carter has great knockout power and has a great chin. And something which Max Holloway has to be careful about is Calvin Carter's power. Because Max Holloway, whenever he fights, he leaves his chin open. And he can't do that against someone like Calvin Carter, who has a brick in those hands. And something else which Calvin Carter is very underrated is his chin. His chin is very strong. And you see this in the Zabit fight where Zabit is just laying bombs on him. And he's just absorbing it. And even though he lost that fight, everyone rated Calvin Carter at the end of the fight where they said that he has one solid chin and he's no bum.
Let's talk about Max Holloway, the GOAT of the featherweight division. This man is such a stud, man, and he's loved by everyone in the UFC. But think about this, he's only 28 years old, he hasn't even reached his prime, and he's already considered the GOAT of the featherweight division. He's already achieved so much, and that's just crazy because he has so many years left in his career. Let's take a trip down memory lane. He beats Jose Aldo twice, comes up against Brian Ortega, beats him by the 4th round. He goes up a weight class, fights Dustin Poirier. Even though he lost that fight, he was able to stand with him for like 5 rounds and absorb so much, which shows how much of a worry he is. Then he goes down a weight class, fights Frankie Edgar, and you know Frankie Edgar is like one of the most well-respected fighters in the UFC, beats him in 5 rounds. And then, sadly, he came up against Volkanovski. We all know what happened against Volkanovski. Like, damn you, Australian! Damn you with your tree trunk leg kicks! He comes up against Volkanovski. And in the first fight, Volkanovski clearly won that fight. Because when you rewatch it, even though it was that close, you just feel that Volkanovski controlled that fight, you know, dictated where the fight was going to go, and he just did that, and he won the belt. But in the second fight, oh my god, like the biggest robbery I've ever freaking seen. Like, I remember watching that fight, and like Max was clearly killing him in the first 3 rounds, dictating where the fight was going to go, controlling the distance. Like, remember that beautiful head kick when he dropped Alexander Volkanovski?
Retains the services though of his first MMA coach, Joe Lopez.
I know all the Max Holloway fans will be like, honestly, the judges, what fight were you watching? Max Holloway clearly won 3-2. Like, what the hell were you watching? You kind of remind me when Aaron Gordon got robbed by, you know, Dwayne Wade in the slam dunk contest. And I'm sure that Dwayne Wade is still trying to figure out who won that slam dunk contest. I can go on and on about Volkanovski, but we have to talk about Max Holloway's skill. Like, this man's stand-up is just insane. He's learned a lot from that Conor McGregor loss. that allowed him to go into a 13-fight win streak, killing everyone in the division. Like, his boxing, the volume that he throws, his footwork is amazing. Like, he's able to change stances, the way he charges at you, and the fact that he goes in and out, and he's feinting at you. It just makes it so hard for you to predict what's coming. That's how good Max Holloway is. Like, he's so technical, but at the same time, he can have a dogfight with you. Like that slugfest against Ricardo Lamas.
Multiple occasions. Wow. And it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish.
Just by looking at that video, you can tell how much of a dog Max Holloway is. Like, and the fact that he mocks his opponents with him being so relaxed. You know the stance. When he's looking at you like this, he's just taunting at you. And you just don't know what to do. And he's so relaxed and he's able to change up the speed really quickly and just give you a nice jab or cross. Like that change of speed. No one does it better than Max Holloway. And the fact that he's able to do this for 5 rounds straight. He can go longer if he wants. 10 rounds for 5 minutes. No one does it better than Max Holloway. And I just can't wait to see this fight.
We think the winner of the fight is going to be Max Holloway.
For 5 rounds, all I see happening is Max Holloway literally dancing around Calvin Kattar with his amazing footwork. He has superior boxing skills. He's going to outbox Calvin Kattar for 5 rounds. And he's going to win by decision. I don't see Calvin Kattar knocking him out because we all know Max Holloway has a crazy chin.
But there are ways in which Calvin Kattar can win this fight. And one way he can win this fight is using pressure. And something which Volkanovski did really well in the first fight is using pressure. And Calvin Kattar can do the same thing, where he can use his boxing skills and just put pressure from round 1 to round 5 and get a decision.
And Max Holloway is not going to knock out Calvin Kattar because Calvin Kattar is a big guy, big broad shoulders, tough chin as well. And both can take a lot of damage. And that's why it's going to be a great straight dogfight. But I think Max Holloway is going to be a lot more clever in this fight. But overall, Max Holloway is going to win the decision. Thanks for watching, guys. This is a great UFC fight to start off 2021. We want Max Holloway to win and, you know, climb his way back up so that he can take the belt of Volkanovski. Soon, he will become champion again. But yeah, please like, please comment who you think is going to win. And please hit the subscribe button right over here. We are at 91 subscribers. 9 more away from 100. So for you to subscribe, it will mean a lot. And, you know, stay tuned because we have great videos coming out in 2021. So stay tuned and check out the next video. We have our reactions coming up. And take care.